السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام.
Salam.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I hope, I pray that everybody, inshallah, in good health. Everybody, inshallah, in strong iman and taqwa. And after we took little break, little bit, Imam Ibn Qayyim, Bad Salikin, inshallah, we'll start again. And the subject today is about ar-raja, or hope or expectation. It's a very important subject because a lot of people, when they cannot handle, you know, many difficulties, many challenge, became depressed, stressed, and some even they commit suicide. Yeah, why? Because he didn't have raja. And raja is part, but it's not ibadah by action, ibadah by the heart. Remember that in Islam there's two type ibadah: ibadah by action or by saying, like when you make dhikr, dua, when you pray. But it's still ibadah qalbiyah. Ibadah qalbiyah more reward and longer. You know, when you pray, after pray, khalas, your reward is finished. But like if you have yaqeen, tawakkal, raja, hope in your heart continuously, as long that tawakkal, that raja, that yakin in your heart, Allah reward you. Oh, yeah. So what is raja? Yeah, Sister Azi.
What is Raja? Hope or Raja is one of the pillars of worship, which is based on love, fear, and hope. It is one of the greatest acts of the heart, which is mentioned abundantly in the text of the Sharia, Quran, and Sunnah, and its doers are praised.
I don't know. I give just example. If Bill Gates give someone $3 or $5 million, a poor man, but he said you can cash this check after 3 months. What do you think? How he lived this 3 months? He's very happy. When you see, brand new car, very expensive car, I will buy it. The house close to the river, I will buy it. He not buy yet, but he look like he live in that moment that she is rich now. Yeah. And somebody, for example, he going for Hajj, he got already the, what you call, the visa, the ticket, halas, next month he's leaving, or she's leaving. What in his mind? Oh, every day he look at Kaaba, he imagine he's in Arafat, no, in Mina. His spirit is there, right? Why? Because there's hope. Yeah. So putting hope in Allah mercy, Allah forgiveness, hope in Jannah and all this, make your life beautiful. That's why Raja, the one who have Raja is praised. Allah praised him because he put a trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we will not have Raja unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Allah is Kareem, Allah is Rahim, Allah is Ghafoor, right? Rasulullah one day he saw a mother looking for her boy, like baby, still baby, looking around, and when she found it, she hold the baby and give milk, and she cry and so happy. When the Prophet asked his companion, "Do you think that mother will throw that baby in the fire? If you put fire there, hey mom, can you throw it?" Say Rasulullah, not only fire. He don't want anybody hurt the baby. Why? Because his mother loved so much the baby. Said, yeah, Allah's love toward his servant more than the mother. Can you imagine that? So the first one is evident from the Quran. Jim. أولئك الذين يدعون يبتغون إلى ربهم الوسيلة أيهم أقرب ويرجون رحمته ويخافون عذابه إن عذاب ربك كان محذورا.
Those they call upon are themselves seeking means of access to their Lord, vying to be near and hoping for his mercy, and fearing his punishment. The punishment of your Lord is to be dreaded.
Subhanallah. Yeah. So Allah described from the Quran, the behavior of the believer. Always they are in balance, hoping for his mercy, Allah mercy, at the same time also hoping Allah punishment. Remember why it is Allah have two names, the mighty, the supreme, also Al-Jamal. Yeah. When he said, Dul Jalali wal Ikram, Al-Qahar, right, the subdued, Al-Qadir, the Al-Qawi, the powerful, and then Al-Rahim, Al-Karim, right? Those balance. So the Muslim have to be always in balance. Yeah. And also, the Muslim always their life in enjoyable, in happiness. Also Al-Jamal. Why? Because Allah SWT promised, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَأَمِنُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Allah promised for those who believe and do righteous. So when you feel that Alhamdulillah, I believe in Allah, and I pray 5 days, I do this and this, what happened? Allah promised us with something. Jannah, right? Jannah mean that the eyes never see, the ear never hear. In Jannah will be no problem. No, you will not see somebody suffering or in crisis. Yeah, because Jannah is the house of reward, the house of honor, the house of hope. And dunya is the house of struggling, of walking. Yeah. So when we're walking, because you are in Jannah, like the Sahaba, in the Battle of Badr, some of them sleepy. Can you imagine the enemy in front of them and they sleepy? Why? Because in their mind only two. They get victory of what? Die. Very good Jannah. Yeah. So the believer, he live in Akhirah, in Jannah already when he is in dunya. Right? Yeah. Because dunya, whatever you have, you go up and always there is a problem. Yeah. For example, somebody build a house and after finish, suddenly his ajal came and he died. I 5, 6 years ago, I bought the car. It's a good deal because a person who bought the car had a cancer. He just bought the car for a week and put it for advertise for sale. And I went there, it's a brand new car. But of course the price go down. Right? Halas, he going to die, he have cancer. Somebody he prepared for wedding. Everything was ready. And have attack and died. That's dunya. Yeah. So dunya always, disappoint us. But if you hope your dream is concerned about akhirah, you live in dunya and you look like live in Jannah already. Yeah.
Desiring the means to get near to Allah is attained through worshipping and loving Him. Therefore, Allah mentioned the three pillars of faith: love, fear, and hope. He Almighty says, whoever hopes for the meeting with Allah, then Allah's term is surely coming. Al-Inkabut, Ayat 5. All these hope for Allah's mercy, and Allah is oft forgiving, most merciful. Al-Baqarah, Ayat 218.
Yeah. So there's three pillars, yeah, of Iman. Love. You know, when somebody loves, why somebody love? You know, for example, we love Rasulullah SAW, right? Somebody love because he is handsome, he's pretty. So no one handsome than Muhammad SAW. But sometimes you love somebody and then you disappoint it because his character not good. He's rude, he's arrogant. So you disappointed. But Muhammad SAW, subhanAllah, is handsome and no one has akhlaq, you know, good moral than Muhammad SAW. But sometimes, you know, you love someone, he's handsome or pretty, good conduct, but he didn't care about you. He didn't care about you. But Muhammad SAW, Allah, is handsome, you know, good conduct, good akhlaq, and also care about us. You know that Muhammad, you know, one day when Fatima, Aisha radiallahu anha, Ya Rasulullah, can you make special dua for me? Rasulullah make dua. Allahumma gfir warham li Aisha. May Allah forgive Aisha. Right? Aisha so happy. And he hugged Rasulullah. And then Rasulullah looked to Aisha, Aisha, do you know that I make the same dua for my people every day? Yeah. So, and if you compare Allah and Muhammad, of course, Allah more than Muhammad. Allah gives an example of somebody who are love, you know, loving, caring, you know, is two in this word. The Prophet Muhammad and your mother. Just how you feel the love of your mother. You compare to Allah, no comparison. Second was fear. Fear because Allah is powerful. Allah can do whatever He wants. Right? His punishment is very severe. Yeah. But in the same time, we have put hope because Allah is Ghafur. Allah is the giver. He, you know, He said He said that, oh my servant, if you come to me and your sin full of this wood from the earth to the sky, can you imagine that? All is your sin, and you begging me for forgiveness, surely I will forgive you and I don't care. So you see, you know, Yaqub alayhi salam, Prophet Yaqub, when he lost his son, Yusuf, you know, the Quran said, Fasabrun Jamil, a beautiful face. What beautiful face mean? Not complain. And then he lost also his son, Bunyamin, after that. Both of them, right? What is it? Asa an yatiyani jamila. His hopes increased. This is maybe, and it's true. Yeah, Yaqub never lost hope. Yeah. Why never lost hope? Number one, because he trusts in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But number two, because Yusuf had a dream. He saw 11 stars, the sun and the moon bow down to him. And this dream had to be interpreted first, you know. So Yusuf had to leave. So therefore, when you read the story of Yusuf, you know, his story starts from dream and ended by the interpretation of dream. The same with Yunus alayhi salam, because he had these three: love, fear, and hope. When he was in the Bali, in the stomach of the fish. وَنَادَى فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ, he called Allah in the darkness. If you and me, khalas, there's no Wi-Fi, no cell phone, what are you going to do? But Yunus al-Salam, he called Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He have hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So therefore he said, if you have problem, difficulties in your life, make dua like Yunus al-Salam. La ilaha illanaka inni kuntu minadh dhalimin. There's no God, there's no darkness, right? Except you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La ilaha anta made the fish dizzy, and they went up and throw Yunus alayhi salam and save it. Yeah.
Evidence from Sunnah. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "None of you should die until he thinks well of his Lord." Muslim. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, also said in the Qudsi hadith, "Allah exalted be he say, I am to my servant as he thinks of me, so let him think of me in the way he wishes."
Subhanallah. So be careful. Huh? Ana inda dhanni abdi bi. I am is according to what you think about me. You can think about yourself negative, but never think negative about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Because, husnudun in Arabic, husnudun, good thought about Allah is sign of that your iman is clean. And that means you have yaqeen in Allah's mercy. Right? Allah is merciful, also kind. So never think, oh man, I don't think so. Like somebody came to, do you think Allah will forgive my sin? Say, what did you do? Oh, say, just name it. What kind of sin? You name it, I did. So the Sheikh said, did you kill somebody? Astaghfirullah, alhamdulillah, I never. I drink, I gamble, but killing, no. Did you claim that you are God? You are astaghfirullah, never. I said, look, there is a man kills thousands of babies, thousands of people also. And he Allah, I am the supreme God. But Allah still gave him hope. اذهبا إلى فرعون إنه طغى. Hey Musa and Harun, go to Fir'aun because he's transgressed. لعله يتذكر أو يخشى. Maybe Fir'aun will repent, will aware, we come back to Allah. Subhanallah. What does it mean? That means even after what he done, killing baby, if Fir'aun come to Allah, Allah forgive. That's what's not done. Subhanallah. So the believer whole have to put trust, tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Have was not done. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive. Allah will forgive you, Allah will have mercy upon you, Allah will put you in Jannah, right? One day there is a man, he was traveling and he didn't have money. So he met somebody, he said, brother, can I borrow money? Because I need for business. I don't have the money now. And I promise to bring you back tomorrow. So the guarantor, who's guarantee me if you don't come back? Said Allah. I need witness. I said Allah. So the guarantor is Allah, the witness is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The man, oh man, it's strange. Okay, he gave 1,000 dinar. So he travel, he ride the boats. There's like a ferry in the Dajlah River. Put in business. He was successful, he get profit. But because, he was late, so when he come back to the the pot, there is no more. The last ferry is left already. Oh man, you know. And the other side, that brother who loaned him money was waiting. When the last ferry arrived, until the last person came out from the boat, oh man, this man doesn't dinner, right? On the other side, the man, he said, Ya Allah, what I have to do now? I cannot break the promise. So he found the wood. He cut the wood and put the money inside the wood. Money before was like coin and it tied up. And then he called Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah. When he asked me, the guarantor, I say you. The witness, I said you. No, please, Allah. I only put my trust in you. And he threw it into the river. So the main other side, when he said, oh man, this man cheat me, and he saw the wood. Oh, it's good. I need to go home, use the axe. When they opened it, they found the money and the letter from him. Oh no. Of course, the man is not sure, if the brother get the money. So he met the brother. Brother, I'm sorry yesterday, I missed the last boat, so this is your money. I said, I did receive it. The money you sent it. Yeah. Yeah. But don't try, huh? Don't try. Because this man who's not done is very strong. Me, if you do it, maybe, right? Yeah. That's very important to have husnudun in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because shaitan will put in your mind, man, you, huh? Subhanallah.
One's life must be lived in constant awareness of God's supervision, and one must knock tirelessly on His door with supplication and contrition. If an initiate successfully establishes such a balance between fear and hope, he or she will neither despair of being a perfect beloved servant of God, nor become proud of any personal virtues and thereby neglect his or her responsibilities.
Yeah. Yeah. Umar bin Khattab radiallahu anhu, when he made hijrah, and he reached a place close to Cuba. He's not reached Cuba yet. His friend came. Umar, on that time, he was traveling with his best friend. His name is Iyash. Iyash. So Abu Jahl said, Iyash, your mother stopped eating. And she stood up in the sun. He said, I will not, move. I will not eat or drink until Iyash come back. So Iyash is his step brother. The same mother, but different father with Abu Jahl. So much. Yeah. Then Umar said, yes, don't go. Umar, look, it's my mother. And also, I didn't bring nothing here. I know where I hide my money. So don't worry about money. But Abu Jahl said, yes, are you crazy? You're going to let your mother suffering? He said, Umar, I will come back. I will come back. So Umar said, and he left. Right. Umar said, use my camel because my camel ran very fast. Your camel. So in the way said, Abu Jahl said, yes, my camel is very slow. I can tie your camel. Okay. Then when they took rest, they attacked Iyas and tied up and brought to Makkah and put him in jail. Right? And they punished until he look like khalas. He left Islam. He's unable to. So after a while, and then he just feel guilty and lost hope because he left Islam already. He not able to handle it. So he's free, no? But he always feel guilty. But he didn't show him to Abu Jahl because he will punish him again. Khalas. Something he want to kill himself. Then somebody came to Medina, you know, Umar sent something. You know what Umar sent? Umar sent an ayah from Quran just revealed. Look like for him. It's from Surah Zumar. Allah said, قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. Say, oh my servant who transgress, who far away from me, Allah. Yeah. Sorry. So this ayah to show Allah mercy. Allah did not call people who are in the man. People was praying. No, Allah don't call people in disco, in that club, people who are far away. Oh, you are far away. Say, La taqnatu. Do not lose hope in Allah's mercy. In Allah, indeed, no doubt that Allah forgive all sin. Jami'a, all sin. Imagine that, all sin. Innahu wal ghafur rahim. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the forgiver, the merciful. Allah. Rasulullah sallallahu he was in the cave with Abu Bakr. Remember that? And Abu Bakr can see the legs of Abu Jahl or it and all the enemies. And he said, if one of them bow down, they will see us. But Allah said, Ma dhannuka bi ithnain Allah thalith. Do you think only you and me? Do you think Allah will not help us? Look at the hope. Because the cave is no escape. If Muhammad is not, there's no hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I said, you're right, man. We tried to find escape. I said, no. Yeah? I don't know.
True Raja. True expectation, possessed by those who are sincerely loyal to the Almighty, means seeking God's favor by avoiding sins. Such people undertake as many good deeds as possible, and then turn to God in expectation of His mercy. Others, however, have a false expectation. They spend their lives in sin, all the while expecting God's favor and reward, even though they perform none of the obligatory duties.
Subhanallah. Yeah. This is very important. Yeah. Because some people, there's two type of people. One is he put too much hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he make it easy. Yeah. You don't pray, you don't give zakat, he disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But at the same time, he put his hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, he didn't pray for Fajr. Yeah, brother, yeah, don't pray. Allah Ghafur Rahim. He cheat people. Astaghfirullah, inshallah, I'm going to Hajj. Yeah. This is like somebody who did not study. Yeah. Somebody said, brother, tomorrow exam, man. Don't worry. I have hope. I will pass the test. Impossible. Yeah. Uh, so hoping in Allah is supposed to be what? Encouraging people to do good. You know, there is a student, he's number one in the state. When somebody asked him, what's the secret? And he said, the, the exam, never left my mind. That means I always in the state of exam, right? That means months ago. So I'm ready, always, always. So he's number one. So if somebody hoping good Jannah, hoping, like for example, I always give mention if a man become Muslim, he took Shahada, he changed his name, become Abdullah, right? And then he stay home. He did not pray, he didn't fast. Like somebody get a job and sign the contract, he agree with everything, with the salary, and then he stay home. In the end of the month, he come to the office and ask for check. What the boss going to say to him? So I signed the contract. I know, but I never see you here. The same, you never say, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Yeah.
They seem to believe that God is obligated to admit everyone to paradise. Not only is this a false expectation, it is a mark of disrespect for the All Merciful, the All Compassionate. For such an expectation reflects their misplaced hope that God would violate his very nature to protect them from the consequences of their sins.
Yeah. It's funny, right? Allah created me, so Allah have to put me in Jannah. No, everything have rule. Everything have condition. To get something, you have to do something, right? So therefore, even during this person, our hope, God going to remove this pandemic, Corona, Delta virus, and all this. Yeah, but in the same time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, number one, did not send a disease, unless send also the cure. So to put hope without cure, like vaccine, that's the same one. It's not God will protect me, right? But yes, but you have to protect yourself. And also said, do not harm yourself and harm the others. Because very interesting, some people, even among the Muslims, somebody called me, Sheikh, I don't want to get the vaccine. Why? I give many reasons. And he asked me to write what you call from religious perspective. And I said, okay, give me the proof from Quran. Yeah. He called me from far away also. Yeah, from California. Asked for fatwa. Yeah. So this is the meaning of Roja. Hope mean, supposed to be encourage you to do a lot of good deed. Like like the soccer team of the Seahawk, just think that just put hope going to win. No, they have to exercise everything. Then there is hope, to get the victory.
For true mu'min, hope or expectation are not the same as a wish. A wish is a desire that may or may not be fulfilled, whereas hope or expectation is an initiate's active quest through all lawful means for the desired destination. So that God, in His mercy, will help him or her, the initiate does everything possible with an almost prophetic insight and consciousness to cause all the doors of divine shelter to swing open.
Yeah, like Musa alayhi salam. You know, Musa, remember when Musa was wanted. So he was walking. He didn't know where he go, right? He walked, he just make Allah, please guide me. Until he reached the city called Madian. And he found two lady. And these two lady, very interesting, was holding their cattle because the cattle was thirsty, want to drink, but the lady was struggling because she don't want to mix with the men. Some men of others not good sometimes, something bothering the woman. You know, this is also very important how people sometimes have to suffer to follow Allah way. So Musa alayhi salam, when he saw this, imagine Musa is now homeless. He's in desperate need of food and drink and shelter. But he saw a lady, he come forward. You know, we found sometimes there's two type of Muslim. Muslim is too open, Muslim is very extreme. When they see a sister like see a shaitan, astaghfirullah. Suppose you are now in I-5 in the freeway and see a sister, for example, need help because problem in her car. No, don't say astaghfirullah. Stop. Musa approached them. Ma khatbukuna, what the matter with you? Right? And they tell them, we don't want to mix with the men. We have to wait until they land. And also our father is old. So this woman, left their house because of necessity. The father used to do this all, right? So Musa, they grabbed all the cattle and give them water and put water in the bucket and give to them. And then Musa didn't say to them, my name Musa, I came from Egypt, I wanted, please tell your dad that I am in need help. No. Even he did not expecting nothing, help or thank from them. Subhanallah. He didn't make dua. Oh Allah, whatever you give me, I'm in need. Whatever. Now, on the water and the shade under the trees. Whatever, ya Allah, I'm happy. Because no Musa was sincere when he helped them, and then he just make dua, whatever, Allah give him help and he's happy. What did Musa get? Three things. Remember that the lady father invited me. He want to pay what you did. So Musa get a job. And then Musa married with one of the ladies. And then he got green card. Permanent resident. Yeah, you can stay here. Yeah. Allah. So true Muslim hope or expectation are not the same like this. That mean and also we learn from here also. That mean Allah SWT fulfill your hope after you do something. So Musa helping the ladies. You know, this morning some brother told me he read this dua. He lost job. He tried to find job for months, but he forget it. But I did not do something good yet. So alhamdulillah, and then he served the community. He do something, and Allah SWT fulfill his hope. Yeah.
In other words, hope is the belief that, like his attributes of knowledge, will, and power, God's mercy also encompasses all creation and the expectation that he or she may be included in his special mercy. My mercy embraces all things. Surah 7, ayat 156. And in a hadith Qudsi, a prophetic saying whose meaning was directly revealed by God, which reads, God's mercy exceeds his wrath. Indifference to such mercy, from which even devils hope to benefit in the hereafter, and despairing of being enveloped by it, which amounts to denying it, is an unforgivable sin.
Yeah. Even Iblis, right? He still make dua to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Yeah. One day, a young boy he going to die. And Rasulullah asked him, "How do you find your heart?" Ya Rasulullah, between fear and hope. between fear and hope. And Rasulullah said to his companion, no one in his heart have these two except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will remove his fearness and fulfill his hope. Balance. Yeah. Oh.
Between Raj and Khawf, it is advisable for one to feel fear in order to abandon sin and turn to God. One should cherish hope when falling into the pit of despair and the signs of death appear. Fear removes any feeling of security against God's punishment, and hope saves the believer from being overwhelmed by despair. For this reason, one may be fearful even when all obligatory duties have been performed perfectly. One may be hopeful, although he or she has been less than successful in doing good deeds.
Yeah. So always we have to be in balance, yeah? Between fear and hope. Which one is have to be more? When you still live in this world and you're still young, you have to put fear more, because when you are young, you have design everything, then hope. But when you are old, you're going to die, nothing else. Don't too much fear because they will make you despair. Put your hope more. Yeah. Like you can see in this following dua. Yeah.
This is what is stated in the following supplication of Yahya ibn Mu'adh. O God, the hope I feel in my heart when I indulge in sin is usually greater than the hope I feel after performing the most perfect deeds. This is because I am impaired with flaws and imperfections, and never sinless and infallible. When I'm stained with sin, I rely on no deeds or actions, but your forgiveness. How should I not rely on your forgiveness, seeing that you are the generous one?
Yeah, this is what Imam Shafi said.
When my heart was hardened and my ways were blocked, I made my hope a letter to your forgiveness. My sins are too great in my sight, but when I weigh them against your forgiveness is much greater than them.
It's very important. Rasulullah used to make dua, Allahumma maghfiratuka arja min amali. I put my hope in your forgiveness and mercy more than in my deed. Yeah, Ya Allah, if my sin is great, your forgiveness is greater. Yeah. So in conclusion, what you call raja or hope, the same like hope. Both of them, have to be encourage us to gain Allah pleasure, to do a lot of good deed. Yeah, like mentioned in the what you call in many ayah in the Quran. Yeah. But if you see people who are going to die more than fear, you know, in the hadith, remember that no one will enter hellfire if he has a small seed of iman in their heart. Yeah, put the hope in them. Yeah, yeah. Agree already. Yeah. So inshallah we'll close and we hope that we going from now on we're going to have this hope when you make dua, when you pray, always put hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah will accept. Of course, Allah, I know my ibadah is nothing, my deed is nothing, but you are so merciful, so kind. Please accept. So therefore, don't forget after every dua, Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami. Allah accept from us. I know I don't deserve this, but please accept from us. Yeah. So Allahumma ja'alna mimman yarjuna rahmatak wa yakhafuna adabak. اللهم اهدنا الاسلام والسنه وتوفنا على الايمان والتوبه اللهم ارفعنا البلاء والوباء ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم رب العالمين آمين